Aphelios, what are the best builds for you right now? Oh, I forgot you don't talk. Season 14 Best Aphelios builds, runes and more. Let's go! After trying almost all the new Aphelios builds, it's time to share them with you. The new season updates not only made Aphelios strong, also gave us many options. At the end of the video, I will also talk about the rune changes and skill order too. Well, let's start with the builds. Starting with the best 3 builds. Sure to recall when you have 1000 gold and buy that serrated dirt. It gives you so much power in early game that even make you fight 1 versus 2. Second buy is Dune Quiver to have that mini spike. You finish your boots or Kraken depending on your goal when you recall. I was building Collector second even last season, but thanks to the updates it's even more broken now. Next item is the item that Aphelios most love. You can do LDR third too, but if not, just build fourth. The rest of the items are up to you, but I love one of these most with this build. This build have impressive damage. However, it lacks utility and focuses purely on maximizing damage and securing kills. Falling behind isn't a big issue against squishy comps, thanks to the unexpected burst from your kit with this build. Against tanks, this build isn't as effective. Your goal should be having LDR as soon as possible. Still, it won't make you really strong against tanks. I will explain what to build against tanks in the video. You have the same start like classic. This time you can finish Ghostblade or purchase boots first. The attack speed that boots give you is really important. Ghostblade's damage is really good as a first item after new season's lethality updates, but the main reason is the movement speed bonus. Not only it gives you agency, it also makes your weakness go away. Second item Kraken is just basically gives everything that your regular lethality builds are missing. Also, you have a passive over that makes you a killing machine with movement speed. The item Collector is not only giving you extra lethality to break the meta, not only giving you the execution passive that Aphelios loves, it also gives you the crit chance to make you never fall off. Because next item is going to be this lovely blade. You can do LDR first too depending on the scenario. This build slightly better against tanks, but still might have the same issue like the classic build. Please think about your specific scenario. Before we get to the next build, enjoy 3 clips of the Ghostblade build. If you're interested in coaching for Aphelios or AD carry, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. I'll help you to become the best Aphelios player in the world. This build early game is not strong like other new meta builds. We are starting with Dune Quiver to have our old school start. We are getting boots and Kraken first. We continue with Infinity Edge. We only have 40% crit chance, but it's still very good for Aphelios. We are still decent, but not as strong as other builds on the early game yet. But this is the whole point of it. This one is meant to kill tanks. With starting our main core items, we are able to build LDR third item, so we can deal with armor as soon as possible. Next time I go with Ward. We also do percentage health damage high HP enemies. Nobody can stand against you anymore. You can still get Bloodthirster here or after, but the rest of the build is totally up to you again. One game, I even built this item against a broken mage. Looking for an affordable account in another server to play with your friends, or have a smurf to experience new champion, use my code SOVER at TurboSmurfGG to get level 30 accounts. Link is in the description. Time for other builds. I haven't tried this build yet, but it sounds very interesting. Aphelios' lack of mobility and movement speed being one of the strongest stats in the game, I present the Aphelios build. For runes, we will choose Fleet Footwork that I don't normally recommend. We kick off build with Yomus for solid damage and a speed boost. Although opportunities and options, but since this build revolves around the hit and run tactics, we don't have to build the execution item. The second item in the line is Storm Racer, helping our crit build while maintaining the movement speed. Now, The choice is yours on the third item. Personally, I prefer Rapid Fire Cannon for the proc and the fantastic range bonus it provides to Aphelios. You can complete the build items tailored to your specific scenario. While the damage might not be the highest, but the playstyle is definitely worth a try. Share your experience with me and let me know how it works for you. It's a throwback to the build we used long time ago. Comparing Infinity Edge with its old version, it has received a slightly buff. While this might not be good for other AD carries, Aphelios is really good at using that 20% crit chance to out-damage other items. Sometimes all he needs is one critical hit. Runan's stats might not be the best, but the passive makes it worthwhile. Finish this build with the highest damage item because of lag stats of the Runans.
Their steps would never further than a whisper echoing in silence.
I haven't mentioned it in other builds yet, but what makes Lethality items great are the prices. All the other builds that starts with Lethality items also benefit from this. Anyways, let's get into the build. These 4 items will be your first 2, depending on what you want for that specific game. I explained the items briefly below their icon. Just a reminder, you should only build this against teams with no tank. Your third and fourth item can be any of these. Finishing with a utility item will be the icing on the cake here.
Slain. Enemy double kill. You have slain an
You are gonna be very aggressive in the lane. People think of Aphelios just as killing AD carry, but that's not true. He is expected to dominate the lane. You see squishy comp, PTA will be your option. Don't think even mage is gonna make you take fleet. No. PTA, push your lane and stomp them. You will know the combos if you watch my videos. PTA will assist you amazing to execute them. Even if you're behind, PTA will help you to burst duels even against assassins. PTA is not better than Conqueror, but because of the champions people select, you will choose this more likely, thanks to the meta. Tankier enemies means longer fights and more benefit from consistent boost. When you see team comps, you will understand when to pick this. Even if they are not tanks, sometimes you will have a specific support and weird enemies like a lot of healing and cancels your burst or bully potential. That's the another time we are picking Conqueror. Conqueror scares better than PTA, but if you don't win the lane, what's the point? But unlike the Fleet or other weak rune, Conqueror is not weak in the lane. Conqueror is so easy to stack with Aphelios because of stuff like Severum Q or midfield combo Electra.
Could you love her? A haunted house. Or could you love me now? A haunted house. A haunted house. If you'll just take it out. A haunted house.
Yeah, so fair.
enemy.